As President Joe Biden convened the virtual climate summit of 40 world leaders, he made an ambitious commitment to cut U.S. carbon emissions by 50 to 52% below 2005 levels by 2030. The U.S. aims to lead again on tackling climate change following the Trump administration's withdrawal from the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. Biden's new target is double the commitment made by the Obama administration, and the hope is that other countries will also go further before the November UN Climate Change Conference in Glasgow.
The steps our countries take between now and Glasgow will set the world up for success. To protect livelihoods around the world and keep global warming at a maximum of 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Some, including leaders of the European Union, Japan, and Canada, announced new targets, as well as Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, often criticized for policies that speed up the deforestation of the Amazon.
I determined that our climate neutrality should be reached by 2050, moving up the previous announcement by 10 years.
But the world's largest CO2 emitter did not make a new pledge. China's rapid development means achieving carbon neutrality in such a short time frame will be a challenge, said President Xi Jinping.
China will strive to peak carbon dioxide emissions before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality before 2060.
India, the world's third largest emitter, and Russia, the fourth largest, also made no new commitments. Meanwhile, developing countries sought new assurances on climate change financing from wealthy nations to help lower-income countries reduce emissions. These countries have historically contributed the least to global emissions, but often suffer the most from the devastating effects of climate change, said South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Consequently, developed economies, we hold the view, have a responsibility to support developing economies to enable them to mitigate and adapt to climate change.
In 2009, developed countries pledged to increase climate financing under the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change to at least $100 billion per year by 2020. The promise has not been met, but Biden said Thursday he is renewing America's commitment to the pledge.
The United States will double its 2024 our annual public climate financing development to developing countries.
The president announced the creation of America's first ever international climate finance plan, laying out steps for federal agencies to increase funding to developing nations. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOA News.